Welcome back, everyone. Our next presentation is about the current modernization process happening with Canada's seed regulations. Please listen closely and ask questions because there is a survey online right now for growers, which gives you the chance to have your say in the regulatory modernization process. Our presenters for this session are Deb Hart and Melanie Mocteau. Deb recently retired as the seed coordinator for the potato growers of Alberta. However, she is still serving on a few committees for the potato industry, including as the Canadian Potato Council representative for the Seed Regulations Modernization Working Group. And Melanie is the National Program Specialist within the potato section for the Canadian Food Inspection Agencies. Thanks, ladies, for taking the time to be here today.
Good morning, and welcome to the Seed Potato Regs Modernization Initiative presentation. My name is Deb Hart, and I'm the Special Projects Coordinator with the Potato Growers of Alberta, as well as the Industry Co-Chair of the Seed Potato Regs Modernization Initiative. And I will be joined by Melanie McCure from CFIA, who will be giving the presentation. I understand you will be able to ask questions in the online chat portion of the presentation, and Melanie and I will answer your questions. Canadian farmers rely on efficient and flexible seed regulations that help to prevent fraud and ensure the traceability, quality, and safety of Canada's seed supply, which is the basis for agricultural production. This is why the Canadian Food Inspection Agency is updating the seed regulations. The Seed Regulations Modernization Initiative is a multi-year structured and comprehensive review of Canada's seed and seed potato system. The CFIA aims to reduce complexity of the existing requirements while keeping pace with our fast-changing world. As part of the seed regulatory modernization process, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency will be reviewing the following sections of the seed regulations. Part 1, seeds other than seed potatoes. Part 2, seed potatoes. Part 3, variety registration. And Part 4, registration of establishments that prepare seed and licensing of operators. The CFIA is looking to update the seed regulations to improve responsiveness and consistency, reduce complexity, become adaptable and flexible to function in the modern, fast-changing world, and protect producers and consumers by strengthening existing requirements. The first step is the needs assessment survey to establish a baseline understanding of seed and seed potato stakeholder needs to provide important perspective to the process. And this is what we will be talking to you about today. It's important to note the Seed Regulation Modernization Initiative does not include the following: value creation, plant breeders' rights, plant breeding innovations, plant protection program, or ministerial exemption of potatoes. So we hope you benefit from the presentation, and if you haven't done so already, go online after the presentation, complete the survey and submit it, because your feedback is extremely important in moving forward with changes to the seed program. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Melanie McCure. I'm a program specialist for the potato section of the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. I'm pleased to be here today to speak about the Seed Regulatory Modernization Initiative. So the CFI is reviewing all of its regulations, including food, feed, fertilizer, and seeds, to improve responsiveness and consistency, reduce complexity, and then strengthen consumer protection. The agency is also committed to a transparent and active engagement throughout the entire process. Canadian farmers rely on efficient and flexible seed regulations that help to prevent fraud and ensure the traceability, quality, and safety of Canada's seed supply, which is the basis for agricultural production. The seed regulation regulates seeds and seed potatoes in Canada that are sold, imported, or exported, as well as seeds released into the environment. Seeds and seed potatoes must meet established standards for quality and be labeled so that they are properly represented in the marketplace. Varieties of most major agricultural field crops must be registered prior to import or sale as seed. This initiative includes seed potatoes, which have a different production practice and value chain than seeds. The proposed amendments would reduce overlap and redundancy, increase responsiveness to industry changes, address gaps, weaknesses, and inconsistencies, and provide clarity and flexibility to affected regulated parties. The seed system involves a wide range of stakeholders, from breeders and seed companies to seed growers, conditioners, and analysts, and also includes producers who are not regulated parties but are the consumers of seeds. It's important to note that this initiative is separate from work on value creation under the Plant Breeders' Right and Act and regulations, and the policy work on plants with novel traits. It also does not include phytosanitary requirements that are under the Plant Protection Act and regulations, and ministerial exemptions that are under the Seed Food for Canadian Act and regulations. The CFI is making significant effort to involve the entire value chain early and often in the efforts to update the regulations. The system needs to serve stakeholders' needs now and in the future. The CFI is taking what is called a co-development approach. This means that stakeholders are involved in the entire process to make recommendations to the CFIA on what changes are needed and when. For example, the Seed Regulatory Modernization Working Group helped to develop the questions asked in the survey, and they set the topics that will be discussed in additional detail by stakeholder task teams to develop recommendations. The CFIA will be conducting consultations during wintertime when the producers are mainly available. The needs assessment survey is currently up online and is available for comments until March 15. And then we will be developing the options for regulatory amendments and formal consultation on the proposed regulatory changes to be published in the Canada Gazette Part 1. The membership of the task teams that are being set up will also be as balanced as possible, including regional balance and the balance between the different crop types, especially for the seeds sector. This is an opportunity for task team members to play a very active role in amending the seed regulations. The working group's objective is to provide a set of recommendations for input to CFIA as it develops its proposed options for seed regulations amendments. And the task teams will also discuss options and make recommendations to address specific issues and provide new options for consideration. We have come up with some proposed task teams for the seed potatoes. So those are field inspection, certification, movement, traceability, grading, variety registration, lab capacity, import and export. The Seed Potato Regulatory Modernization Working Group will be comprised of representatives of the Canadian Potato Council, Seed Potato Subcommittee at regional level, the Canadian Potato Council manager, and other industry, CFIA, or government representatives will participate as technical advisory resources as needed. The first step in determining what areas of the regulation need to be changed was to initiate a needs assessment survey. The survey was co-developed with the working group, and it's a good example of where the group had significant and valuable input. Since there is a wide range of knowledge of the seed regulations, the survey is designed to be completed without in-depth knowledge. There is, however, some information provided at the beginning of each section to orient people. So the survey presents an opportunity to shape the scope, scale, and direction of regulatory change. It's also designed to collect initial thoughts from stakeholders regarding the benefits of the current regulatory framework and seed system, and to define the opportunities for change and issues to be addressed. The CFIA welcomes input regarding this initiative at any time, not just within the survey. If associations or individuals have other thoughts or concerns. The survey consists of some demographic questions so that we can better make use of results. Your privacy will also be respected. There are two parts of the survey, one for seeds and the other one for seed potatoes. Stakeholder can choose which survey they complete or they can choose to complete both surveys. The survey should take approximately 15 to 20 minutes to complete, and the results will be posted on the CFIA website. You might be asking yourself, where can I find the survey? So it's easy. It's on the CFIA webpage at www.inspection.gc.ca. Under the Potato tab, you will find the Seed Regulatory Modernization Initiative link, where the survey link is there. I would like to thank you in advance for your participation in the survey. Please note that your input is extremely important. Should you have any questions, concern, please reach out to us by email at the CFIA Seed Reg Mod address that you see on the screen. I really thank you for your attention, and I will be pleased to answer all the questions you have. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Deb and Melanie. Great presentation. Now it is time for a break. Get up and stretch your legs, and make sure to also stop by the Spud Shed and Exhibition Hall, and then be back here by 1 p.m. Central Time for the last few sessions of the Congress.